Good Sunday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV, the Internal Combustion Engine Age YouTube channel that talks about all my cars and trucks and motorcycles. And Kiefer, who starts barking the minute I start talking to my Ice Age TV. It's like he's programmed to bark. He didn't like it. Challenging. Oh my gosh. It's a Sunday morning. It's a Sunday overcast. The weather, change of weather. Good Sunday morning to all those that watch my channel on a daily basis. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you're having a blessed Sunday. And what are we doing now? What are we doing now? Well, holy crow. Holy crap. It just doesn't end. It doesn't end. So Metallica, one of my longtime subscribers, good morning Metallica, he's reaching out to me and he's questioning my Mustangs. And, you know, actually, he's done me a great favor. So thank you very much, Mr. Metallica, for reaching out, because he's alerted me that these Mustangs all have recalls. And I've even had a few comments on my channel of people in some ways, in my view, making fun of my Mustangs because it's a Ford, which stands for found on road dead, or fast on rainy days. But whole point is, when Metallica kind of thrown at my face, he's come to bring awareness to me by making comments that this Mustang here has a rear knuckle defect, possibly. This car here, when I go to my Ford Pass, it shows there's two recalls: a transmission line recall inspection and a rear knuckle line, a rear knuckle assembly that's all tied into the brake caliper and the rear suspension chassis. Not really so much that. I think it's more about this rear caliper that interlocks with whatever. So technically this car could have a rear knuckle brake and loss of control of the car. So guess what? I don't feel confident my daughter driving this car to the car show. So this whole take the Vapor Blue Mustangs to the car show, that's been kicked to the curb. And really unfortunate, because I know the daughter doesn't know about this yet. She hasn't been outside yet. And mine has a transmission line possibility issue, which I'm not really worried about that, because you know what? If the thing blows off the frickin' transmission and starts leaking, then just tow it to the dealership, whatever. But for her, it's too risky. And if you can get if I had one of those bendable camera tools, like a stethoscope or whatever they call those things, I could probably get in behind there, because I went to my Ford 7G S650 Mustang forum, which I haven't been in there for ages. It has an actual detailed information how you yourself can figure out if you have that defective part that were on close to 5,000 Mustangs. Not on all of them. It's just certain models built at a certain time frame and a certain run on that part, and it has the serial numbers for you to look at and you do your own inspection. Problem is, most people have to pull the freaking wheel and tire off to get back there to see that, and this car is already so low to the ground, I'm not up for it. Forget it. I just have to go to the dealership and have that looked at. So, and it's kind of interesting. I'm part of my ways with all these car forums, but they actually are a great outlet for you to get a lot of information from. But it's just between, wow, we've got a ton of cyclists out this morning on the back roads here, which they do that a lot up here. I have like a little race. So the whole point is, I used to be in a lot of different car forums, but now with my YouTube channel, I put so much effort and time into this. And then I do get comments and responding, but I just kind of got away from the car forum because it's just so much drama. Like for me, I'll show pictures of my car, video, and you always get the jerk, the a-hole, in the forum like, oh, you're showing off all your cars, you just think you're Mr. Bad. It's like, screw you, dude. Screw whoever you are. The forum's just like, screw you guys. But it is a good forum to get a lot of information out of. And like I say, I just really got burned out. So now, what do we do? It's overcast. It's supposed to rain. So, it already has rained. So, the wife is gone. Where'd the wife go? And the wife took off to gun school. Yikes. Look at all those bicycles down there. So, right, yikes. So, the wife, actually, she asked my daughter to go with her. I'm surprised my daughter didn't commit, but that was a few weeks ago or something. But she should have gone with her this morning, actually. She's going down to a really nice facility and taking a gun training class, which I think that's fantastic. And my wife is such a good shooter. I mean, she and I, back like in 2001 or 2 or something like that, 3, we took a gun training class together, and I'm not embellishing to you. She outshot the instructor. Everybody looked at me and said, you get the baseball bat for the side of the bed. She gets the gun for side of the bed. Here we are, Honda CRF HRC, the Honda Racine HRC. Is that what that means? It does. And one person commented on seeing one of the videos of this when I was picking it up. He was kind of like, that ain't much of anything. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? I just responded by saying, do you actually know dirt? Do you ride dirt? This is Honda's highest production race bike, capable right out of the factory, already customized for you to go racing right out of the. You know, I mean, I know their guy that's the radical motocross guy. He's going to do some other things to it, but this thing is ready to go. And this thing is a beast. It'll kick your ass. So whoever that person is, I don't know. I don't think you have a clue of what you're talking about if you don't think that motorcycle, that dirt bike, is much of anything. Wow. What's something bigger and better than it? Sure, Yamaha, but they're all, yeah, right. All right, so it's just the Sunday morning car show preview, and that's kind of the idea here. I'm not going to talk very long. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, what do we take to the show? Do we even go to the show? I mean, I think we should. So my thoughts are the kid drives the race truck. I mean, come on. What better thing to take with us to the car show, which gets a lot of attention, is the race truck. But the downside is it really is heavy clouds. I will be amazed if it doesn't rain, but I don't care. I'm not the person that gets all, out of shape that my car got sprinkled or rained on. I just isn't who I am. I don't care. Now, I get the guy that's got a very rare car, but beyond that, yeah, whatever. It doesn't change the value. So it's again a kid, but here's the thing. The morning's passing us. The kid's still not even ready. She's still getting ready. And here I am walking around now in circles on my adventures of the day. That's incredible. I found this meter. This meter is the true beginnings of me and my public telephone business. I've had this meter for close to 30 years, and it still works. Isn't that something? I mean, 30 years. And, anymore, if you go buy something, everything's so expensive. Now, Corvabusa, he brought up a good point, and I don't disagree. It's not a bad idea. He's like, you got to get one of those sheds, like a 20 by 40 foot long shed or something like that. I remember, I don't know the exact size, but I did look into that. So, years back, I looked into putting a shed here. And it's not a bad idea, in all sincereness. The downside is those damn things ain't cheap. I mean, I haven't priced them. I priced them pre-pandemic. My guess is 800 square foot. What would that, if you got a 20 by 40 shed, just 80, that's 800 square foot. Just at $100 a square foot, that's $80,000. And I bet you in today's world, just a shell of a shed is conservative. $50, $60 a square foot. Conservative, if not 70 or 80. So versus like for me to be able to go buy my own materials, do my own work, my own, and then find a guy or two that knows how to do this stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's going to rack up a bill. Sure. But I mean, once again, I'm sure, somebody else may know better than me. I haven't looked at it, but it's not a bad idea. But here's the other thing too but maybe not that, maybe get more like a I don't know, a 12, as long as it's wide enough. But it'd be nice to be able, I can't visualize two vehicles. There's no way. It'd be like, would it be more about the motorcycles? So for me, now he's got me thinking. So now this guy, gee, thanks. Now he got me thinking, yeah. But I'm going to tell you this much. The challenge that I ran into is this whole area has to be regraded. They will not bring a shed to your property until they do a home inspection. And it's got to be graded. It's got to be so that can be, you don't really want a shed going downhill. So they're going to want you to grade all this. So it turns into a project. And they may require us to get a permit. And if I have to get a permit, then what people don't understand here about my property is I live in the Limestone Overlay District. I'm right on the edge. And I've already used up, you're given X amount of square foot to add to your property. But once you've gone past that square footage, then you're required to have an engineering study on your property. So that's the challenge. Now, if I didn't get a shed that was too big, then it may not be a problem. So I don't know. It's not a bad idea, but I always came to closure just having these motorcycle trailers or car haulers. Because if I had a 28 or 30 foot car hauler, that thing is going to hold 6 motorcycles. But that's my collection of things. That's not really a lot. I mean, if you walk in here, well, to a degree it is. I mean, it would definitely clear out this right now between my motorcycle trailer, silver one, the ATC over there, the smaller dirt bikes and all I could get at least 3-4 bikes in that trailer. So for that little area there, that would definitely clean up. And then if you took the Hondas, I could definitely, and I still have another spot in that other motorcycle trailer. No, I don't. Actually, that's all full. It just doesn't end, man. Yeah, it's hard to believe too. So yeah, so if I had another car hauler like I used to, you would see like this whole area here reopen to allow me to put a car back in here, like the Dark Horse. I know, it's all about me. Yeah, well, whatever. So that's it. I'll leave it at that. We'll see if we end up, I don't know where the kid is. You know, by the time we get out of here, get up there, it's going to be 9:30, 10 o'clock. I don't even know what time it is. So there it is, everybody. The big shebang with the Mustangs. It ain't happening. It's going to be the one Mustang and most likely the race truck, which I was really wanting to do the Mustang startup because her car, I call it her car because she drives it. That is so much louder than that car. And it's crazy how I put a Roush exhaust on that and how crazy loud it is. And if you've heard me tell it a gazillion times, really need to go to Mac and Cheese Garage again. And I need to have them redo that. I need to have them look at my Ram truck to see if I can get a little bit more out of that as well. So stay tuned for the car show adventures. And what do we take? Do we even go? Does it start raining? I mean, if it's raining, car show's over.